pick and choose who to watch because I'm team this or team that. I'm team me. And you guys should pick and choose who you guys want to watch.
Right.
Okay.
Period.
It just, the messages go bad. What a shame. Deff Noddles is such a joke at this point. It's funnier than comedy. He's professes to make, but nobody laughs at. Here's the thing. I think Deff Noddles is a comedian. I think that Ethan Klein is a comedian. I also feel like Deff Noddles, Ethan Klein is a comedian. I know I'm a comedian.
If anybody has a freaking video of Dennis on stage doing stand-up, please send it to me so we can react to it. I'll say it again. Please send it to me so we can react to it. Please and thank you.
Yes, malicious, defamatory, slanders.
Not defamatory. Bye, Rich. Pimple really needs to go to hell, okay? All the way to hell, burned to crisps.
Fill the room with the juice. That's a lot of loot. That bit fire. Yeah, she kinda cute.
Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day or week. Now listen, if you're wondering why the videos aren't coming out as much as they used to come out or as consistently, I feel like I'm in jail, okay? I'm gonna just be honest. I feel like I'm in jail, some sort of jail, right? Some sort of prison of having to be really cautious until July. Obviously, that's when the strike will be lifted off of this channel. So I do feel like very much, you know, walking on eggshells right now. So if you feel like I'm not as peppy, if I'm not as, you know, reactionary, whatever the word is that you want to throw in there, it's for a reason, okay? Now, even today's video that we'll be watching, I wanted to do a whole video on this. The second I saw this video, I was like, oh my gosh, I want to do a video on this. But of course, I know that there's certain people on this platform that are favored, right? So I was like, you know what, maybe let's not do a video coming for Deff Noddles right now. Let's leave Dennis alone for this exact second. But I came across this, which is obviously Richlux, talking about how Deff Noddles attacked him. And let's just be real. I mean, was it necessarily an attack? Yes and no, right? I think it really just depends on what we mean by attack. So we'll be hopping right into this. I will be putting like 2 to 3 different masks on because if you cannot already tell, I'm talking fast, my hair needs to be done, and my face is breaking out because listen, we don't even have time. I am ready for dinner. I'm starving and I'm waiting. And I didn't have lunch today, so we are feeling all kinds of jittery right now. So I'll be putting 3 different masks on. One that's going to be just for acne. The other one that's going to be for a super mud clearing treatment. And the other one's going to be for some firming stuff because clearly I'm getting so old I cannot help but find another gray hair day after day after day. And I'm not even 30 yet. So I'm trying to understand why God is trying to come for me like this. But anyways, let's hop into this video before I really get stressed out and more gray hair starts to pop up. We don't want that. We don't. Okay, God? Are you hearing me? Because I feel like you're not hearing me. So Deff Noddles attacks me by Richlux. Honestly, first of all, the thumbnail. I'm gonna need you to calm down, Mr. Rich. I'm gonna need you to calm down, Mr. Richlux. I'm gonna need you to calm down because this is so funny. Like the way you're like, it's literally the exact same way that should have been present. But Chris Rock just, you know, allowed Will Smith to hit him. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like everyone should have at least seen Chris Rock do, like, one of those numbers. Or maybe even, like, you know. But the man just really stood there and allowed that hit to just come straight across his face. Speaking of, should I go see him? He's coming to Dallas in November. And I was looking at tickets. And I'm like, do I want to spend $200 to $300 to see Chris Rock? I mean, it would be monumental, right? To see him within the same year he got slapped by Will Smith. And both rich. You know what? Before we hop in here, Dennis, why are you trying to do political content so bad? I'm just curious. Why are you trying to do that so bad? It's like you're trying to make fetch happen. You know what I mean? Like you're trying to make fetch happen. And it's just like, are you trying to like change your content into that? Or I don't know, but every time you bring up freaking politics, I instantly am just like, why, Dennis? Why? For what reason? Explain to me. Like, are we supposed to be seeing you in this light of like, oh my gosh, he's so intelligent. Like, of course I want to get all my political news from Dennis. Like, is that what you're really, is that how you, like, I'm not trying to be rude, walking on eggshells here, but I'm just curious, like, what is that? What is that about?
Both Richlux and Keemstar for falling into the alt-right pipeline.
I love
this
that.
This is not the video that I intended to make today, but I have been...
Let's just talk about how he really said, you know what, forget it. I'm not even coming as a clown today because we're serious. Because we're serious. All right, Rich. Okay.
Getting so many messages in my DMs, my emails from this alt-wide community of people. I've been getting messages from you guys saying that Deff Noddles came for me and saying that I was alt-white pipeline or something like that. And I was like, what are you talking? I don't know.
What are you talking about?
Okay, I don't even know how to spell that. I'd like to know what that is.
Bye.
Sponsors of various shows that he decided were too right-wing.
I want to congratulate both Richlux and Keemstar for falling into the alt-right pipeline and supplying motherfuckers like Gavin McInnes and Tim Stoll with the narratives that they want so they can continue to work against progressive causes, which is, at the end of the day, exactly what Richlux and Keemstar wanted, right? But should we really be that surprised? Relation. Our enemies on the far right end up using that to hurt our very cause.
Just hearing people talk about politics as if like it actually, let me be very cautious. I don't want to say that it doesn't matter, but I'm just saying there are people in this world that are not living under the guides of like the United States political system. And I feel the energy and the focus that's put on it is very, it's giving the kid in the classroom that knows the answer but won't say the answer, so they allow like everybody else to like go around and be like, no, but it has to be this, and then the person like raises their hand, they're like, it's 0.46. And then everyone's like, oh, I was still doing the problem, and then that kid's just like, oh, it's giving that, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if y'all can relate to that reference, but for me, it's just, I just don't understand
how men view relationships. You might not like it. It might hurt your feelings. You might say, I'm not a piece of property or whatever, but with all due respect, your feelings.
You know, it's almost like when someone decides to sway too far politically left or right and they kind of just lose the whole plot. They kind of start to lose touch with what's actually going on in reality.
And it may just be because of me, right? You know, I didn't grow up in America. I had to very much be accustomed to this culture. I had to learn it. And so I mean, maybe it's me, but I will never understand the obsession. It's just, and then to think like there's a right, oh no, look, I'm right because I'm left. No, I'm right because I'm right. Like, you guys literally look so dumb to me, in my opinion. But again, let me be quiet.
Causes. The real enemy here are people like Gavin McInnes, who start hate groups, who are ultra-nationalistic, who believe in racial purity, and are actively working against progressive causes, who actually hate the LGBT community. And what we're doing by literally dragging Ethan Klein through the coals is giving people like Gavin the fodder so that he can influence people against progressive causes and the very things that we work for every single day. Now, if you think that it's a random coincidence that somebody who's on the far, alt-right, nationalistic, fucking neo-Nazi wing of the spectrum is saying the same shit as Jordan Peterson and somebody who pretends to be at the center and is known for being a fucking fence sitter, then you are really out of touch, because there's absolutely...
Okay. So apparently, I've lost subscribers because of what he said on his video. But what I don't understand is, like, what are you talking about? So
that makes me so mad that you lost subscribers. Like, and that's another thing, is that's why I think so many people don't like Dennis in this community, or at least in the commentary community, because it's just like, sir, people are trying to tell you things and you're ignoring it and allowing your view or perception to be skewed and pushed to the forefront, and therefore somewhat dagging and shooting at other creators in the midst, and you don't care. Like, it's seriously so annoying to see. It's I can't even explain to you how absolutely annoying it is to see, especially knowing that there are so many people who have valid criticisms on Dennis.
Right? And I'm trying so hard not to get offended, and I'm trying so hard not to be...
Okay.
You know how I get. I get emotional and cry. I'm telling myself I'm not going to do that in this video. What I don't understand is, like, what are you talking about? So apparently I made a video
killing me. What are you
talking
about?
Pointing out, because I still am a fan of Ethan Klein. And I was basically saying that I don't think it was right for him to, you know, poke fun at when a gay...
You better than me, Rich. He really sat there and said, I'm still a fan. Y'all would never catch me see the day, please.
Caller who called it, who was part of the LGBTQIA community, right? And so that's basically what I said in the video.
Is that a real cat?
That I still...
Oh my God!
I still feel like he's a funny guy. And,
when did Rich get a cat? Oh my Lord Jesus. I really thought that was some like purse cat something. I don't know. I just thought he was stroking... I just thought it was like the ambiance of it all, you know.
Content where I can catch up with his 3-hour
That's a real
vlog,
cat.
whatever he's doing, right?
We'll say it was gross.
I'm surprised he didn't get a black cat. I don't know why. Seeing Rich with a white cat is kind of interesting.
Disappointing.
I'm like, I
Saying
feel
you
like I
can
see
guess
him
this
with
guy
like
has
a
power bottom vice
black
versa, so
witchy-
gross. But I was right. That was the
what is
point.
he like? Halloween
Apologies to
Town?
whatever his
You know
name
what I mean?
was. Apparently, I was homophobic to him. But whatever. What can you do?
Whatever, who cares? Huh?
People, shut the shut up!
I just felt like that instance was just, it was just out of bounds, and I just felt like I called it out. I felt like Ethan Klein, in a way, in my opinion, being a gay man myself, was actually making fun of a person of the LGBTQIA community. So did many of you guys. Over 100,000 you guys watching
Everybody
were liking and commenting and agreeing with what I was saying.
Please.
So much so that Ethan Klein
Got a whole
himself
strike 'cause of
put
it.
out an apology about
Please.
it. Okay. Well, it seems like because certain YouTubers, as myself, had called it out, that we were somehow giving the alt pipeline ammunition to come at
Which is a
Ethan Klein,
perception.
and how somehow I'm part of that community.
That's not even an opinion. That's what's crazy. And the reason why is because it's not even based in anything factual. It's literally his perception. Dennis is literally seeing it like, oh my gosh, you guys are attacking Ethan. That means you're on this side. Boom. That's his perception. That's it. Like, I don't see it any other different.
First of all, that's very damaging for you to assume that, okay? And
He don't care.
I didn't go to the best schools. I'm not the best with my words, but someone on Twitter put it very, very well. Paige said, "Are you embarrassed? Alt-right pipeline? How do you overspeak a gay man who is offended by something Ethan said about his demographic and then call him out for supplying the alt-right information that Ethan himself put..."
And that's how you know that his agenda is the only thing that matters on that channel. Period. That's the only thing that matters on that channel, is his agenda. Because you really just ignored the LGBTQ community and the complete issue that was there and tried to redirect the focus into a political issue. Who's dumb? Because I'm not. I mean, I'm sure there are other people that were like, oh my God, wow, that's so correct. Wow, Dennis, you're amazing. I'm not one of those. So, it was very easy for me to see like what you were doing, you know what I mean? And at this point, it's just really interesting to watch whatever you are even considering your channel. Like, I find myself thinking, why am I watching this right now? And I find myself analyzing your work now. I don't even watch it in the aspect of like entertainment. It's literally me analyzing how wrong some of the journalists, like I was saying, some of the journalistic views that you have are just completely one-sided and very just unorganized. It just seems like you're just pushing a narrative that is only for you, which is fine. Some people are I'm sure are absolutely for your agenda, but there are some that obviously are not.
True opinion about politics, it seems like we take one crappy person and we pit him against another crappier person, and you post a vote whichever one you think is the less
there we go.
crappiest of the
Bing
person.
bong.
That's what I think when it comes to politics, okay?
Right.
This is really not my gig. I don't really understand it. I just call it like I see it. Ethan Klein said something that was offensive to an LGBTQA community. I spoke up about it and I was like, I don't really think this is right. But I still like him, support him. I can see what he was saying. Ethan Klein then made an apology about it.
Right.
Then Ethan Klein then made another apology about something else, and then another apology the next week about something else, and then the other day he made another apology about something else. So it seems like the first LGBTQA apology wasn't even sincere because all the funny other fake apologies you put in after that. So it just doesn't make sense. And to me, yes, it does seem, in my opinion, with all peace and love and respect, it just seems like Deff Noddles is defending Ethan Klein for what? Unnecessarily. Let me tell you something. Take it from me. I've been in this business for 10 years, okay? I ride hard for Shane Dawson. Shane Dawson got canceled the house. I got hate for it too. Ride hard for Jeffree Star. Jeffree Star got canceled the house. Got hate for it too. You know what I'm saying? So if you're gonna sit there and ride or die for people, if you're gonna ride for Ethan so hard, Ethan Klein will mess up again. Huge, if not bigger, in the future. And if you're gonna defend him, then be prepared to get all the backlash and all the unsubscriptions and all the hate, the mob that comes with it when he messes up again. This is why you should like people, but don't die hard, ride for them to the point that you're gonna lose it all. But I find it very damaging for you to associate me with this alt-right community, which I don't know anything about. Okay, let's be honest. And I'm like, really? And now I got them trying to that community trying to suck me in. Like, leave me alone, okay? Then on top of that, by painting me in that picture, okay, I'm a public figure. I know, I get it. I'm a public figure. You can say what you want about me. You can write me to them. I get it. But it's like, there's no proof that I am part of that community.
And that's because it was all a perception. It was all an agenda to have his audience believe his viewpoint. Period. Because if it was about seeing the other side and actually, you know, like, let me hear both sides of this argument and come up with an educated guess of what I think both sides are saying or doing, or who's right or who's wrong. But that's not really how Deff is, and it's been countlessly shown over and over with these little situations that is not what he's necessarily looking for. And that lets me know that you're not necessarily a truth seeker. You're not, because if you were a truth seeker, then you would know that at some point where your opinion lies, it may be dismantled at some point, right? And those that don't like to acknowledge that like to push their agenda. Point blank freaking period. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. I can't see it any other way.
Me, as an artist whose music videos popularized drag culture, gay culture, and my music and my art and all that, it kind of looks bad. And I don't want people to think that I'm part of that community where they don't want to work with me anymore, including sponsors. Okay?
Right.
I understand that you have Deff Noddles disdain for Keemstar. I get it. I get the whole gay. Okay, I get it. But to me, I watch Keemstar. I watch Deff Noddles. I watch Ethan Klein. I watch them all. I don't pick and choose who to watch because I'm team this or team that. I'm team me. And you guys should pick and choose who you guys want to watch. Right. Okay.
Period.
It just really got under my skin that I was looped in to that culture or that side of the internet because I called out Ethan Klein.
Right.
And it really does feel like Deff Noddles was using that argument to defend Ethan Klein. It really does. And I see it all over Twitter, all over the internet, that Deff Noddles is ride or die for Ethan Klein, and he's so far up his ass and all this stuff like that. I'm just like, for what? You have an amazing channel. Do your thing. You don't need Ethan Klein in the house. Okay?
Right.
I'm just
That's
saying.
what's crazy.
I'm just saying. At the end of the day,
how everyone be looking at Dennis.
Ethan Klein is looking out for Ethan Klein. Ain't worried about Deff Noddles.
Period.
That's the truth all day long. I've been in this business many years. These people, I love you so much. But when it comes to the end of the day, they're looking out for themselves. I suggest you do the same. You don't have to throw me under the bus to get a subscription or view. Because I can't get a view or like on my video to save my life.
Boy, which you're almost at 500,000 subscribers. But I see what you mean. Ratio-wise and all that, right?
I can't get a subscription to save my life. But it's like you don't have to loop me in and throw me into that category because I'm not a part of that. I don't know anything about that. That's not my gig. I don't know. But because of what you said, I did lose subscribers. I did get hate comments. I did get messages. And I did get a lot of unwarranted hate and a lot of unwarranted things in my DMs and my emails that I did not wish to see or be a part of. And I think it would be appropriately if you left an apology. I really do appreciate that.
Oh, yeah.
Although we live in a world where people don't do that.
Dennis don't care, sadly.
I'm just saying. It's just a very bad look.
I have no respect for that man. I'm sorry.
To prove a point.
I used to, so it's just like...
You'll probably throw someone under the bus, call them alt-right wing. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. The emails, the messages go on and on and on. I got receipts from here to the moon about this situation. I don't... Here's another one right here. Deff Noddles, you're giving Richlux way too much credit. He thinks alt-right is a keyboard command.
Thank you.
I literally thought that's what that was. The messages go bad. What a shame. Deff Noddles is such a joke. At this point, it's funnier than comedy. He's professes to make, but nobody laughs at. Here's the thing. I think Deff Noddles is a comedian. I think that Ethan Klein is a comedian. I also feel like Ethan Klein is a comedian. I know I'm a comedian. So it's kind of hard to decipher when someone's telling a joke and when they're being honest. But
I need all of y'all comedians to go ahead and do an open mic. I need to see all of y'all for at least 30 minutes, okay? Not the 15-minute. No, I need y'all to be up on stage for 30 minutes because the way this comedian is just being flown around. Oh, I'm a comedian. Yeah, I'm gonna need to see y'all on stage before y'all use that word. Please, for the love of God. And if anybody has a freaking video of Dennis on stage doing stand-up, please send it to me so we can react to it. I'll say it again. Please send it to me so we can react to it. Please and thank you.
In my opinion, that wasn't a joke. I think it was real. And it was malicious, and it caused harm.
Okay.
To me, my brand, which I take very seriously. I know. It's hard to take that seriously. But I'm not going to let you step over me.
Okay.
I'm not going to let you walk over me.
Okay.
I'm defending myself in this video.
And you better.
Saying that what you said about me in that video was not right and is not okay. Because I'm not those things that you said that I am. And that's why I'm making this video today at the cost to defend Ethan Klein.
Right.
So if Ethan Klein is a part of the LGBTQA community, an ally, he says that he is.
Right.
I never saw a donation to the LGBTQA State Los Angeles Center. I never saw any type of donation to the Teddy Fresh. Soon after his remarks were made about the LGBTQA community and he said he was sorry, the next day, let's not forget, the next day after, it could be the next day after that, he dropped a whole new merch line with his wife, Ethan Klein, where he posed in the photos. It would have been nice if a portion of the proceeds would have went to some homeless LGBTQA center. It just would have been nice. But no, that I could have respected more. But if it was anybody else, if it was Shane Dawson, Jeffree Star, James Charles, who did something or said something that ill toward a marginalized community, and the next day dropped the merch line, y'all would have been on fire.
Literally. Isn't that true?
Where was the outrage for that?
Isn't that true?
And I keep saying this time and time again, that some YouTubers can get away with so much and some can't.
There we go, bing bong.
I just kind of felt that where was people nowadays, oh, I'm an ally.
Yeah.
I changed my profile picture. I said I was an ally, but there's no photos, there's no donating, there's no donations to causes, there's no spreading awareness, anything. That's the part I don't like about the situation.
Because they don't care.
I will continue to watch and support and peace and love to all these YouTubers, Ethan Klein, Keemstar, Deff Noddles. I just feel like it was foul and it was out of bounds. That's all I have to say. Tomorrow, we'll go back to the regular drama videos. I had so much planned for you today, but we got derailed due to this malicious, defamatory, slanderous.
Not defamatory.
See you later.
Bye, Rich. This man really said defamatory. We know what you meant by that one. Okay, baby? We do. We understand. And honestly, yeah, you have every right to be pissed off. I'll be honest. You have every right to be pissed off. And if anything, yeah, I do think he owes you an apology. Are you going to get it, though? Probably not. Probably not. I mean, let's be real. No. If you were to get it, that would be actually very, very surprising to me. Which is actually kind of interesting when you think about it, right? So like Papa Gut, for example, significantly smaller channel compared to Richlux, right? But Richlux will most likely not get any reaction out of Deff Noddles, whereas Papa Gut did, right? So then we start getting into some racial conversations, right? But you know what? Let's not go there. Let me shut up. Anyways, I love you guys so much. Let me know what y'all thought about this video. Please let me know what you think about Dennis. Like, are you guys hate watching? Do you guys still watch him? Like, what do y'all do? Because like for me, he just pops up on my recommended. I'll watch it. Sometimes it gets to a point where I can't even continue. Sometimes it gets to a point where I'm like, oh, okay, like, all right. And then sometimes it just gets to a point where I'm just like, I don't know what this is. I'm not watching it. Right. So it's never consistent. And I think consistency is extremely important on this platform. Right. So let me know your thoughts. I'm going to go wash this off and go get ready for dinner because I'm starving and I look a hot mess. Let's be real. What's going on here? I know. I don't know. It looks really crazy. I literally look like I have a black mustache right now on top of it. God, this pimple really needs to go to hell, okay? All the way to hell, burned to crisps. Because why are you here? Ugh. See y'all in my next one. Putting out the coupe in the lot, 12 for a squat, busting all the bells out the box, hit the leaf with the